Hey everyone, Howie Fisher with Fisher's Flies. Thanks for checking in. Today I'm tying up the one and only squirmy worm. I like to call this pattern the DuraSquirm because it is by far the most durable way to tie a squirmy worm for a multitude of reasons. For the hook, I'm using a fulling mill jig force hook in size 10. And for the bead, I'm using a 3.8 millimeter slotted tungsten in light metallic pink. And then I'm going to also add some 0.010 lead wraps to add some weight, but also jam that bead in place. I like my squirmies heavy for the most part. Every now and then there's a application for an unweighted squirmy or a lighter variation, but for the most part, I like to fish mine pretty heavy. I'm going to go ahead and jam that lead into the bead. And then for my thread, I'm using 140 denier in fluorescent pink. Regardless of how you're tying your squirmy worms, 140 denier is the best choice, especially if you're tying with traditional material. For the ribbing, I'm using Ultra Chenille and Micro in fluorescent pink. Hareline makes a really good one, and then Fulling Mill also makes a really good one, but you want to use the smallest size that you can use, or find, sorry. And really this helps keep the bulk down, but also for me, I just prefer the way that it looks as well. If you get one of the thicker ones, it builds up bulk and looks pretty big. The material that I'm using for the tail is called TyeSticks. This is a small handmade company out of Pennsylvania, and they really just have a truly innovative material and that has changed the game for squirmy worms. There is a piece of mono embedded in this soft plastic, and it is practically, and I say that with air quotes, indestructible. I've been fishing these for 2 years now, and I have a couple guys actually across the country who have been fishing these tie stick tails, and they're very, very durable. And again, even if you're using the traditional squirmy material, this is still a much more durable way to tie it. And I'm going to go ahead and counter wrap this Ultra Chenille to the bead. And that's also key if you're using a traditional squirmy material as well. Again, it helps with the durability. So I'm going to go ahead and secure this right behind the bead. I like to secure it pretty much straight up with so the tag, when I cut it off, will kind of fall into the slot on the bead or what's left over. And then I'm going to go ahead and create just a little bit of a buildup of thread. I like to do this, one, for durability, two, as an added hotspot. Not that you really need it, but if you're doing a contrasting color on the thread, this is the place to do it. Lastly, I'm going to take some Solarez bone dry and just coat the ring, the collar of this, and make sure it is remaining durable. But again, this is by far the most durable way that I have found to tie up a squirmy worm. And whether you're using the awesome TyeSticks material or the traditional squirmy worm material. Again, this is the DuraSquirm. Tie them up, fish them. Let me know what you think.